the process of brainwashing is ongoing, regardless of whether or not we are aware of it. On the other hand, brainwashing is not necessarily a negative thing in and of itself. Indeed, as you will see in the next paragraphs of this essay, it can be put to beneficial use. The process of brainwashing can take place in a number of different ways. We were all brought up in a particular religious tradition. We have been brainwashed to believe what we believe, and if we were to adjust our perceptions even little, we would change our minds. Most of the time, we were not given much of a choice in the situation that we were dealing with. Our minds are being constantly manipulated by the media. The only thing we can do is hope that the media is presenting us with truth that is provided without prejudice. Yet the majority of the time, they will only show us what they want us to know. Because of this, we are brainwashed to believe a particular way about the events that are taking place in the world. Even the advertisements that we watch have the ability to brainwash us into thinking that a particular brand, product, or company is superior to all of the others being offered. In varied degrees, the books we read, the surroundings we are in, and even the people who are in our immediate vicinity brainwash us with regard to how we view ourselves, how we perceive others, and how we perceive the world that surrounds us. There is a strong impression that we have very little control over the things that have an effect on us. Or do we not? One may make the case that we are capable of being brainwashed to fail. On the other hand, shouldn't the inverse also be the case? It is possible to brainwash yourself for success in a variety of ways. However, in this post, we are going to discuss 3 of the methods that I find particularly appealing. Number 1, watch mind movies. Just recently, I became interested in this, and it is possible that I will eventually create a whole video just to this topic. Is that there are practically thousands of mind videos available for you to watch. The majority of them can be accessed without cost on YouTube, as a matter of fact. The ones that get my attention are those that are centered on wealth and confirming the notion that you are wealthy. In light of the fact that many of us are raised in environments that are not conducive to the accumulation of money, I believe this to be of fantastic assistance. It is possible that you were instructed from a very young age that, in order to maintain a reasonable standard of living, you must first have a secure job and then attend school. It's possible that someone has advised you not to have the goal of becoming wealthy. Alternatively, that money is a bad thing. That possessing a lot of money will make you a nasty person, or even worse, that this is the case. Spending some time each day watching mind movies and encouraging yourself to be comfortable with the thought that making a lot of money is a wonderful thing is something that I would definitely encourage. I also believe that the more money you have, the more you are able to offer to other people. Number 2, read books on personal development. Reading a really fantastic book, particularly one that is about self-help, is an experience that cannot be compared to anything else. I don't think it's necessary for me to convince you of the significance of reading if you are engaged in a business that is conducted from the comfort of your own home. Following their graduation from school, the majority of people stop reading. Those individuals who make studying a habit throughout their entire lives are the ones who end up becoming wealthy and successful. Reading the appropriate literature will brainwash you into incorporating effective principles and routines into your being at a fundamental level. Make reading a regular habit and see the ways in which your life will transform as a result. Number 3, get a mentor. It is possible that I have saved this one for last, but it is by no means the least important. As I indicated earlier, the people you spend the most time with have a significant impact on the way you think and the things you consider to be achievable for yourself. No matter what industry you work in, there is a good probability that someone else in your industry already possesses what you are looking for. It would be to your advantage to establish a connection with that individual and make use of the information that they possess. It would be a waste of time to try to repeat what has already been done. Determine what is successful and model it. After you have reached a certain degree of expertise in what is already successful, you can then begin to think about putting your own unique spin on other aspects of the situation. One of the best people to look up to is a mentor. They have the potential to significantly reduce the learning curve and offer you with a level of understanding that you would not even be vaguely aware of if you were learning something for the first time. Now, perhaps you are able to see that brainwashing is present in every aspect of our lives. In addition to its potential for good, it also has the potential for evil. There are two options available to us. Either we may allow ourselves to be brainwashed in a passive manner, or we can take control of the information that we allow ourselves to come into contact with. There is one thing that is certain, and that is that it all begins in the head, regardless of whether you do things to set yourself up for success or failure. Both the act of squandering one's mind and the act of being careless with one's mind are both extremely regrettable practices. Decisions are made on a daily basis. Make the decision to find success. What are some further examples of what you mean when you say positive brainwashing? It would be wonderful to get your feedback.